Tony Suber. You are this year's current president. What are you the president of?
I'm the president of the New Frontier of Bartow County.
Now, Brian Candy told us a little bit about us. Can you go into detail? What is the New Frontier?
New Frontier is a civic organization here in Bartow County. We have our home on Fire Tower Road here in Cartersville, and our major focus is taking care of the citizens of Bartow County. To be more specific, we provide scholarships for kids to go to college. We have a mentorship program for youth that are in need of a big brother or an uncle for individuals with a father out of home or young men who just need mentorship or leadership. We also, as you can see here behind me, we have our annual Feed the Community Dinner. This is our 12th annual dinner, and we expect to feed over 3,000 people today.
You say you're sending kids to college?
We do. We do provide scholarships every year at our annual award ceremony.
Wow.
We give away between 4 and 6 scholarships a year, and even have a New Frontier Scholar that we choose every year.
Where's all this money coming from?
The community. It's the community's help. Local corporations, local individuals. We have fundraisers throughout the year for each of our events, including our scholarship. And the community's been wonderful for us. We've been around for 50 years.
Wow.
So with the community's help, we've been able to do and accomplish everything we've done.
Now, Brian Candy was the president last year. You're this year's president?
That's right.
What do you plan to bring new to the table?
I think the new things that I plan to bring to the table are 3 areas of focus. One of the things I want to do is I want to raise more money so that we can serve more people in the county. That's the very first thing. The second thing I want to do is raise our membership numbers. Right now we have about 25 members. It's my goal to triple that number. So after I'm done in 2 years, my goal is that we'll have 75 members, active members who are helping to spread our mission and our vision throughout the county. The very last thing is I want to expand our reach into the community. Some of the things that we're looking at are a health and wellness fair that we think is important to bring to the community. With all the issues that we have with wellness and sickness, we want to make sure that we're playing our part here in the community with regard to those issues too.
If somebody is interested in joining your organization, how do they do that?
I would ask that they call me. My cell phone number is 404-825-9529. I'm responsible for membership, so please do call me. I'm looking for members.
Tony, everybody with New Frontier, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Hey guys, we're here at Muscadines and I'm wanting to tell you about our open house December 8th. Come in and see all of our secret surprises for Santa and all the discounts that you can get and all the gifts and food that we're going to have. Cheers!
Cheers! See you at Muscadines.
I'm Dale York. This is my wife, Kathy. We own the Guardian Total Pest and Termite Control and Lawn Care.
We've been serving Cartersville, Bartow, and surrounding counties for over 20 years. We provide exceptional service with guaranteed results.
Give us a call, 770-386-9985, or visit us on the internet, guardianpestandlawn.com.
Hey, this is Angelo at Angelo's New York Style Pizza and Bistro here at West End Commons Shopping Center. Hey, check it out. Look what we did outside. We did an outside patio awning. You could use it for all occasions. We've got the best New York Style pizza in Cartersville. Pasta dishes, seafood dishes, anything you want, we got it here at Angelo's. Come check us out here at West End Commons.
Hi, this is Todd Browning with Todd Browning State Farm in Cartersville, Georgia. Come down and see us on 135 East Felton in Cartersville. You can find us by the big fire truck, you can't miss it. At State Farm, we've got over 100 products to meet your insurance and financial needs. And at State Farm and Todd Browning Agency, you're more than just a number, you're a neighbor. We'd love to make you part of our State Farm family, so come in, call in, click in, whatever works for you. We'll wrap all of your insurance needs in the best customer service you'll ever find. Thank you.
Everybody, this is Joe Prince. Joe is with the Democratic Party here in Bartow County. What is your role with the Democratic Party?
I am chair of the Democratic Party, and I'm also here as a voter registrar. I'm a deputy or an assistant voter registrar here, registering voters, and I register all comers.
How is the Democratic Party in Bartow County? Are you a very popular guy here?
I have no earthly idea, but nobody's shooting at me yet, and our candidates seem to be slightly less popular than they were last time out.
How do you sum up this past election?
I was with the voter registrar's office counting absentee ballots on the night of the election, and I was listening to my ancient steam-driven Walkman, and everything inside the state of Georgia was looking awfully sad for us, and everything outside nationally was looking a whole lot better, which I strongly suspect is going to be the wave of the immediate future. So it's sort of like a glass half full or half empty sort of.
What do you mean the wave of the immediate future? What do you mean?
It's going to take a while before the state becomes more competitive politically, and especially with gerrymandering and different ways that you can manipulate stacking voters into districts.
You think that's going on?
It's gone on since gerrymandered in the 1700s. So it goes on all the time. And in point of fact, the U.S. House, the Democrats got 1 million more votes for the U.S. House than the Republicans did, and yet somehow the Republicans retained their majority precisely because of gerrymanders and the way the vote and voters were allocated for the U.S. House, and that happens locally and nationally.
Wow.
Yes.
Scary.
Like I said, 1 million more votes for Democrats, and yet we don't have the majority. But overall, it was a good night for President Obama and Vice President Biden, which was nice. They won comfortably. They won comfortably in the Electoral College, which was by more than 100 points, which was, strangely enough, predicted all the way through the election. And at no point did Obama-Biden trail Romney-Ryan in the Electoral College, despite what Fox News might have told you. But there is just one sort of Electoral College math, and somehow people were unaware of this, that they were listening just to one news source. Or even, lots of the news sources were sort of biased in the fact that they wanted a horse race. They wanted a better horse race, and they manufactured one, which will happen. When the media wants something.
Everybody, Joe Prince. Democratic Party here in Bartow County. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Joe Wilson, co-owner of Parnick Jennings Funeral Home, Cartersville's locally owned funeral home, serving all of Bartow County since 1977. The biggest difference of our funeral home here in Bartow County, Cartersville, is that we are a locally owned funeral home. We make all our decisions right here in the funeral home. When people walk in the door, they're going to meet the owner and know that we're making decisions on what's best for the families that have placed their trust and confidence in us and the needs of our community. One thing we always say to families that place their trust in us is ask a family we have served. We want people to know that when they come here for probably one of the most difficult experiences in their life, that they can feel comfortable with us.
All our family actually comes to Parnick Jennings. Once we lose a loved one, we call on them because, they really took care of us in the past. As far as controlling the funeral, the arrangements for the trafficking to the gravesite, everything went perfect and, in order like it needed to be. And, especially with a loved one that you lost, you want things to go like it's supposed to, and they really done a professional job of doing it.
Pre-arranging a funeral, it could be probably one of the most important things that you could do for your loved one. You have time to make those decisions in a calm, relaxed atmosphere, and you can lock in the price. In today's economy, price is something that we have to think about. And by making a pre-arrangement in advance and funding it, you're guaranteeing that those prices will be there and you'll be protected from any future inflation. On behalf of myself and all the staff here at Parnick Jennings Funeral Home, we want you to know it would be our honor to serve your family during your time of need. Please call us at 770-382-0034.
Hey guys, here we are again, West Yellowknife, right across from Quick Trip on Highway 41. Your source for guaranteed cheapest pricing on flooring, hardwood, laminate, engineered, cabinets, birch and oak, handmade, unfinished cabinets, heating and air, stretch and dim. Why pay full price, guys? As you can see, we're running that Cartersville UNCUT special on these stoves right here. $249, doors, cheap. I got a full warehouse, guys. Call us 770-334-8339. Thanks.
I'm Don Weathers with 24 Bail Bonding. You need a bondsman? I'm your man. I can get you out of any jail, anywhere in the state of Georgia. I'll set you up with some easy payment plans, easy payment terms. We're open 24/7, even including holidays. You need a bondsman? I'm your man. You come see me at 24 Bail Bonding, located in Cartersville, Georgia. 770-382-2424. Come see me.
We're with attorney Shep Helton. Good to see you, Shep.
Good to see you, Dave. Glad to be here today.
Haven't seen you in a while. How's life treating you?
I can't complain. The business is good. The family's doing well, and Jesus still loves me. It's all good.
How long have you been an attorney?
Since 1995, past the bar. So that's 17 years, I guess.
What made you want to become an attorney?
I sort of fell into it accidentally. I went to school to be a doctor and hated the chemistry stuff and decided that I ought to do something else and got an English degree. My dad asked me if I was going to open up an English store. I decided I didn't think that was a good idea. I needed to do something. So law school seemed like a way maybe to make a difference, try to help folks. The idea of it played nicely into the things that I felt like I was sort of naturally good at. And I wanted to be Perry Mason, be Ben Matlock, and really envisioned, all these jury trials coming up and having that, the defendant break down on the stand and all that sort of thing. But I found out that it doesn't work exactly like that.
How does it work?
The last stat that I saw showed that over 98% of all civil cases that are filed, and bear in mind, you got two kinds of cases. You got civil cases and you got criminal cases. Mm-hmm. Criminal cases are when you go to jail. Civil cases are everything else. Contracts, negligence, medical malpractice, business disputes, all that kind of stuff. Everything else is civil. And of the civil disputes that are filed, and there are a ton of them, 98% of them settle without ever going to a jury trial. So what you wind up with is all of this work that you do, 98% of your time will be spent doing something other than going to trial. And that's very frustrating for me because that's the part I enjoy. I enjoy the trial work, but you almost never get there.
Are people in a hurry to settle?
It's not that they're in a hurry to settle. It's that the system is designed, and maybe it's not designed this way, but the effect of it, the system works like a bludgeon to beat people into settling because it gets expensive, it gets time consuming. I don't know if you've ever sued anybody, Dave, but probably not. And if you did, it was an extremely big deal to you. Mm-hmm. If you think about what it would take for you just to haul off and sue somebody, it would be the most important thing going on in your life at the time, probably. Mm-hmm. And so people are, when they get up enough anger or nerve or whatever to file a lawsuit, it's the most important thing to them, and they wake up thinking about it. And it haunts them day in, day out. And the system allows this thing to go on and on and on, and eventually they just get worn down, and they get attorney fees that are higher than they can pay, and they just want the thing to go away. Everybody's afraid of what the jury's going to do, and they just settle. That's why. In Bartow County, I believe we will have 4 trial weeks in a year. Only 4. And what that means is that we'll have civil juries struck, and all week long they'll try civil jury trials. Mm-hmm. I don't know of a single time that it's gone all week. They might have 30 cases on the calendar and try 2. so that in a year they may not try more than 8 cases or 10 or 12. I mean, my numbers may be a little off, but they just don't go to trial.
So if you sue somebody, it could take years and years.
Good. I had one case, and this case was I was dealing with an Atlanta lawyer, which is not unusual, unfortunately. And my guy had really lost $90,000. It had really been taken from him. I mean, really taken from him. It's a complicated case, but it was. And the discovery period is the time that you have to discover things that are going to be important in the case, and it's by statute 6 months. Well, I got through it 6 months, and I put the thing on the jury calendar. And the lawyer from Atlanta called me up and said, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, we're going to trial, I guess." And he said, "Well, we're not at all ready for trial." I said, "Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm ready. We got our stuff done. We're ready to go." "Well, I mean, we just got all kinds of stuff that we got to do. We got to file some motions, and so I'll let you expedite that. You file them next week. I'll respond, and we'll get them settled and go to court." And he said, I just don't know. Anyway, we had a pretrial conference, which you always have to have. And he pled his case to the judge, and the judge allowed him to have another, what amounted to 4 months without having to go to trial, because there wasn't another trial calendar for 4 months.
Wow.
And so we couldn't have gone to trial. That case wound up settling, by the way.
And this is typical.
Well, yes, absolutely. It's unusual to actually have it on the trial calendar 6 months after you file it. Now, that's unusual.
Hi, I'm Larry Jennings with First Response Plumbing. We fix water lines, sewer lines, camera, jet, repair faucets, whatever you might need as far as plumbing, give us a call. The name is First Response Plumbing, 770-386-5222. Thanks again, First Response Plumbing.
First Response Plumbing.
Last time you checked out Treasure Chest. Here at Treasure Chest, we've added a line of new furniture, but we're still the same Treasure Chest. We still have used furniture, we still have used appliances, we still have good quality knickknacks for your house that you want to collect dust with. So come on by at Treasure Chest, see us, let us make a deal. We're located at 188 North Morningside Drive, directly across from Hobby Lobby. Or you can check us out on Facebook. Come by and see us. We can save you money.
State-of-the-art surgical suite and dental facilities.
Pet Vet Clinic, join us on Facebook.
We offer in-house blood work where you can get results immediately. We also have digital x-rays.
Come on down to Pet Vet Clinic. We're located at the corner of Burn Hickory and Mission Road. Our business hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We're here Saturdays from 8 to 12. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Tom Riddle with Preferred Heating and Air Conditioning. We've been serving Cartersville and Bartow County since 1998. We have a fleet of 7 trucks on the road to serve you day and night, 24 hours a day. If you have problems with your home or your business, please give us a call, 770-383-9001. Again, the name says it all. We are Preferred.
Tort reform.
Mm-hmm.
Is it working? Is it happening?
I don't think it's got much.
Well, first off, explain what is tort reform.
Well, tort reform simply means changing the laws regarding torts. Now, what a tort is any kind of a negligence action or an intentional action. For example, if I rear-end you out here on the road accidentally, that's a tort.
Okay.
If you come over and punch me in the nose because you're mad at me, that's a tort. All of those things are torts.
Mm-hmm.
And most people, when they say tort reform, what they mean is putting a cap on pain and suffering. That's what most people mean by that. And it's part of the Republican Party's platform. They actually have this as part of their platform, and they say that it will help reduce medical costs.
Will it?
I don't believe it will. I really don't think it will. Not measurably. I mean, it may help a little, but not much. Certainly not compared to what, in my opinion, is the harm that it will do.
But will it? Let's say the McDonald's case. How much did they? You remember the McDonald's with the coffee?
Sure.
Explain what was that story?
People they go bananas. People say, these tort lawyers, they're personal injury lawyers, they're all snakes. I mean, look at that crazy verdict they got on that McDonald's case. Well, I'll tell you sort of the second part of that story that not very many people know about. Now, and again, this is secondhand.
Well, what were they awarded?
I think it was $14 million.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds kind of excessive.
Sounds extravagant, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Unbelievable. Well, let's talk a little about that case, though. And this is what I'm telling you is secondhand. I have not read the court documents, but this is what I understand to be true. The lady got her coffee from McDonald's at the drive-thru, and it spilled on her lap.
Mm-hmm.
And it burned her lap, and everybody's, oh, you know, she got hot coffee in her lap, big deal. Well, it was pretty severe. She had to get skin grafts. It burned the hide off of her legs. Okay, so she had to get skin grafts, and all that she asked for McDonald's to do was to pay for her medical bills. That's all she asked for. And they said, you can shut it. We're not going to do it. We're not paying for that. Now, so she sued them. And what they found out was that the manufacturer of the coffee makers had told McDonald's, look, you are not to turn these above X temperature, and I don't know what the temperature was, but McDonald's wanted to have the hottest coffee in town, and so their standard operating procedure that they told everybody to do was to jack the temperature up on these things. That got uncovered. And so when they went to court, the jury awarded the woman medical bills, plus some pain and suffering, and the pain and suffering was not that extravagant. It was a sizable amount of money, but it wasn't $14 million. But then they asked the jury if they wanted to consider doing punitive damages. It's a two-part trial. And the jury said, yes, we do, because McDonald's knew it was dangerous, but they did it anyway just because they wanted to make money. And so the jury said, yeah, we'd like to consider punitive damages to do.
And tort reform would put a limit on something like that?
Well, maybe it would, but here's the thing, is they sell $14 million worth of coffee in a month.
Right.
You know, so that's where that came in.
Oh, okay.
And tort reform may or may not have ever impacted that particular case.
Right.
But a lot of people give lawyers a bad rap because of that case, when really and truly, McDonald's should have just, if they'd have done the right thing, if they would have simply paid this lady her medical bills, then that case never would have happened. Now, tort reform, people come in my office all the time, and they all say the same thing. I'm going to sue these people. I want you to sue these people for X, Y, and Z, pain and suffering, and attorney fees. Now, it's universal that everybody wants it, but people almost never get it.
Right.
There's a very, very limited set of circumstances in which somebody can get their attorney fees back. And it doesn't seem fair and it doesn't seem right. Now, what most people want to do when they talk about tort reform is they want to just put a cap. In fact, they want the government to put a cap on how much you can get in pain and suffering. Now, it's always struck me as peculiar that the people who are the conservatives in this bunch, the Republican Party, purporting to be conservative, says we want to take this decision out of the hands of the people and put it into the hands of the government. That's always struck me as odd and a little bit disingenuous to a conservative rule. If you want to know why I think they do that, it's because doctors pay, or they make a lot of money, and doctors have the ability to contribute significantly, and doctors don't like paying high med-mal premiums. And so the doctors say to the Republicans, hey, we'll get behind you, but you got to get this tort reform through. Now, if you don't know why I think, that's my read. And I'm not saying I'm right, I'm just telling you what I think about it. But in any event, I think that there's a much better way to do it. And I think that would be, and I haven't gone through this extensively in my thought process, and I know it's never going to happen, but it seems to me that a very fair thing to do would be to say, look, let's let the jury decide. In every case, the jury's got the option of awarding attorney fees if that's what they believe the right thing to do is. And that allows people to bring cases that otherwise they may not have. Let's say somebody's damage is $20,000, okay? Well, that's not that much money to a lawyer prosecuting a case, because if he's going to get a contingency fee, if he's going to get a cut of the cost, well, he's not going to bring that case, because best case scenario, he gets $20,000 and he gets a third of that. Well, that's not going to cover his time for this 2-year trial. but the person really needs the $20,000. Well, they don't have $20,000 to spend on a lawyer if they're going to pay them by the hour. So if that case were allowed to be brought with the idea that a jury would be able to decide who had to pay that attorney fee, you got a completely different set of facts. And that person would have access to the courts in a way that they don't have it now. Likewise, the person who's just filed a frivolous case, he's just trying to use the system as a bludgeon to extort some money out of a doctor because he's got money. That person doesn't bring the case because when it goes to trial and he loses, the jury says, you never should have brought that case. We're going to punish you and make you pay the other side's attorney fees. And so it works both ways. It gets the frivolous cases out, but it allows the meritorious cases to come. And I think that is a very good plan. Now, there's another plan, I think Herman Cain was maybe behind it, that you heard him talk about, where he talked about just simply a loser pays. I don't happen to think that's the best way to do it. I like letting the jury decide. Because there are I lost a case one time, and it was a med mal case. And I lost it. And that hurt like a hard whooping. That did, because that was a 2-year ordeal. Finally work our way into trial, 3-day trial, and lost. And it may have been the right thing. May have been the right thing to lose that one. But it was close. It was close, and I don't think that a jury would have made my client pay the other side's attorney fees because there really was a very close issue in the case. And so, a loser pays would have kept me from ever filing that case.
Everybody, this is Shep Helton, Attorney Shep Helton. Thank you for joining us on Cartersville Uncut.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Looking for great skin? Look no further. Reflection Skin and Laser Center, Cartersville's top medical spa, offers all your skincare needs. Medical grade skin care, laser hair removal, Botox, dermal fillers, dermaplaning, chemical peels, microdermabrasion, you name it, we carry it at Reflection Skin and Laser Center. Call 770-383-3552 for your free skincare consultation.
Welcome to Muscadines, supplies to make your own beer, cheese, wine, and shine. We have all your custom juice kits and beer kits. Just in time for the holiday gathering, a cranberry Chianti from juice to wine in 29. Our beer kits will make 50 beers in 3 weeks. Formerly the Old Goat Winery, we're located at 640 North Tennessee Street. Y'all stop by and see us, you hear?
Hey, this is Amanda at Southeastern Auto Works, where we do classics, customs, and collision work. We do collision work out of pocket or through any insurance company, so you can get other estimates other places and bring them here, and we can beat estimates, and we also save deductibles on insurance up to $500. We also do classic restorations, so you can come by anytime and see what we have going on. You can find us on the web at www.southeasternautoworks.com or call us at 770-606-0665.
Woe is me,
which is why I gotta win rebelling.
Be smart, be cool, be an adult, be remarkably adroit in social situations. Be smart, be cool, be smart, be cool, be smart, be cool, be smart, be.
Which is why I gotta win.
Which is why she's gotta win this battle.